Hey everybody, so today we're going to do a collab. All right, we have most of the face done, we have not done the eyes. So this is obviously an eyeshadow palette collab. But before we get into what we're doing, I'm going to ask you to please do all of the things. You know what they are. Yeah, this is what it looks like when I don't do my hair and take a shower. We've got it all pulled back. You're seeing way more face than you want to, and you're going to get an even closer view of it. Bear with me. So today what I'm doing is I am doing a Glamlite Hershey's Kisses palette collab with my girls Erica Ashley and Amy Melissa. This is something that they do every month, and occasionally I jump in. Now, I didn't know if I was going to be able to do this here in Minnesota because this is not how I do my makeup. I'm in the bathroom, but I can't record in there very well. I maybe could. I don't know. I didn't want to mess with it, so I figured I would try and do everything else except for the eyes and see if I can get this done for you. So let's talk about what we are doing. We are starting with the pink Hershey's Kisses, and this one is the Lava Cake palette. So, and I know the lighting's a little bit strange, but it's daylight when I'm doing this, and if I have the curtains behind me open, you can't actually see me. So this is the Lava Cake one, and I think you guys have all seen these before, but I haven't used this palette yet, so I'm actually pretty excited. The second one is the silver palette, and this is the milk chocolate one. Now you know I love this one. If I can get it open. This is my Minnesota one. So this one is also something that I have not used yet here. It's screwy. So I had gotten some of these, and then I actually got the whole collection. So I do have a few of these palettes in Arizona, but these are my Minnesota ones. And then there is the purple one, which is Special Dark. And that's what that looks like. This is one of my all-time favorites. This is just one I love. So what this means, and this is the order we're doing them in, is pink, silver, purple, which means we've got, get the mirror out of the way. We have 18 shades total because there are 6 in each palette. And Erica, I've seen Erica's look. I've seen Amy's video because I was supposed to record this a week ago and life got in the way. But we have 18 shades, and luckily watching Amy's let me know that we're actually generating 6 of these, and then we have the option of vetoing one of them. So I am going to pull up a random number generator. We're going to generate some numbers. We're going to do some swatching of what I get, and then we're going to close up and get into the eye look. I think I have all the things I need to do that on camera. And if not, well, this is going to be a choppier video than I even expected it to be. So before I get started, the first thing I'm going to do is grab a makeup wipe because you know I'm going to make a mess doing this. Oh, yeah. That's how we roll. So I've got a wipe so we can do some swatching. Let me pull up a random number generator. Not random night. Jeez, you think I know how to spell. Okay. And I don't know how to turn the brightness down on my phone, but we're going to set it for 18 shades. We're going to do no repeats. We're going to hopefully get the notifications on my computer to just go away so that that stops dinging for you guys. But, okay, where did it go? Silly thing. Okay, we're going to generate 6 numbers, no repeats, do not sort. Okay, let's see if I can get this to work. Now, okay, yeah, I got to figure out how to turn the brightness down, you guys, because you can't see that at all. If I can do this correctly, display, there we go. We're going to turn the brightness way down. So hopefully, yeah, you guys should be able to see that better now. And I am going to, mine is a little bit screwy. Oh yeah, you can still barely see it, but I'm going to just hit calculate. And it gave me 5, 6, 10, 4, 16, and 2. I'm going to take a screenshot of this, and then we'll hopefully get that on the screen for you. So that means we have got 5, 6, ooh, that's 5. That's pretty dark. But it is actually it is pink. It has a pink base or pink top to it, but it is a dark one. And then 6 is dang near burgundy. Well, at least I'm wearing a light pink top today. It's almost a flesh-colored pink, but my swatching is not real good. It looks patchy on my hand, but that's me. The shades are fabulous in all of the Glamlite palettes. I have never really had a patchy shade, so I'm not worried about that. And then 10 is going to be out of here. So let's see. Okay, 7, 8, 9. Huh. This one's 10. So we're going to have a lot of shimmer going on there, it looks like. Because that's a gold shimmer. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'll get you a better picture of this when it's done too. I'll actually take a picture of the swatches in my bathroom because that's where you guys get the best shades. 4. Okay. So that means, oh man, we're going with this one. We got that whole bottom row on that palette. Oh, good Lord. I should know better than to try and do this before I've had my computer on for like 15 minutes so all my notifications pop up and I can make them go away. And then we've got 16. See, Amy got most of the purple. I'm getting almost the whole pink palette. And I'm getting a whole lot of shimmer because this is 16. Okay, that is a gorgeous shade. I love the shade. And then the last one that I got is 2. Okay. And that's the hot pink. Yeah, this is going to be interesting, you guys. I'm not sure I'm going to even love this. So that's what we've got to work with. And we'll see if I end up doing a veto or not. We'll see what I can come up with here. But that's it from this way. Hopefully the picture's been up there of the close-up of those swatches in better light. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. This is going to be interesting. So I am going to stop on my end, get this close up, get you guys adjusted, and then we're going to go in and do some eye looks. Or an eye look. Yeah, we're going to try and keep it the same on both eyes. So I will be right back with you. Okay, we are zoomed in, and I have got my mirror here in front of me, and I have a magnification mirror because I got old eyes, they don't see real well, and I want to see what I'm doing. So I do have that set up right here, and I was asked at one point, because I always say that my eyeshadow doesn't really crease on me, I was asked how I do my bases. So I'm going to show you guys that too, which I normally just have that kind of done before I come back, but I start with my NARS concealer, and this is my, what is this? Vanilla 2? Light 2 Vanilla. I don't have glasses in here. Why don't I have glasses in here? Anyway, this is kind of how I start, and this is really screwy this time because there's a couple things that I do change up. This I do not change up. I have a Sephora brush that is their concealer brush that I actually really, really like. And you guys are going to think I'm nuts, but I actually do a really good base with this. And I do like it to be a little bit thick. And now, like I said, I do have you guys zoomed in. And I don't know if you can see like right here because of, well, I don't know if you can see how wrinkly this gets, but that is why I do such a thick base, is because especially in, well, I got all of the wrinkly stuff out here and then in here. So I start with this, and I do try to get even the inner corner stuff. I know this is not the most exciting thing in the world. And I do my eyes last. That is how I have always done my makeup. So I do have powder on my face. Oh, goodness. And can you see? Oh, no, it's not so red. There's a zit in the middle of my forehead, which hopefully you guys aren't seeing. But one of the things that you may or may not have noticed is, and it's hard to tell now because I do need to have it touched up and I will be doing this summer. I do have tattooed eyeliner on both my upper and lower lashes. And you really can't see it at all on the lower anymore. I do need to have it redone. It's been a bit since I did it. Oh, I did bring that in. Good. Then the next thing that I do is, right now I'm using this really old e.l.f. concealer that came to me that's completely the wrong shade. I mean, like way wrong shade. I just took the stopper out because I don't know if you guys can see all of the windowing in that. Hopefully that's focusing. I mean, I am down to the bottom. So I took the stopper out just to get a little bit more of it. This is the point where things sometimes switch. With this, I would either do this or I would do a normal eyeshadow primer, but I always do it over the concealer base. And that was a tip that I got from someone at Sephora. And then I have this kind of flat paddle brush, oversized thing. This is an old BH Cosmetics 130 brush, and I have always used it for this purpose. I don't know why. It just works for this. And I basically just smear this stuff out. And I know it seems really silly to have tattooed eyeliner and then kind of cover it completely. But the reason that I do that is because, or the reason I have it is because I wanted to have something. So on the days that I don't have anything, at least I had a little bit of something to make the eyes pop so they don't just disappear into my head. Now, a couple things that I would do to set this. Otherwise, I don't have a shade in my generated ones that I could use to set the whole thing. A lot of times I'd go for just a buff shade, but I also have this e.l.f. powder, and this is old, you guys. I don't even know if this is around. I doubt it, in fact. But it actually is like an eyeshadow primer. An eyeshadow powder. I don't know what it is. A setting powder for, it's an eye something. Never mind. I'm taking just a huge brush. I've got my whole mug o' brushes. My husband bought me my Hershey's mug, and so I've got it. It's gigantic and it's heavy. Usually it's in my drawer. I brought it out here to do this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this powder, and I hope this is actually all getting into the frame of how I have the lens set up. But I'm going to set this way. Now, they tell you don't set your powders because, or your bases, because you're going to get a better, more crisp color. Unfortunately for me, that also means that it gets really, really spotty because I can't drag and blend as well as normal people can. It just doesn't work with my eyelids. Oh, stupid notifications. So I have to set, or we're going to get like chunks of color, and it's not going to be pretty. So doing that, so it is set, and I am then going to start with, this is frightening, I'm going to start with this really bright pink, which was the last one that I got, and I'm going to take a somewhat dense, but, okay, that's a crappy brush. I don't know why that's in here. I'm going to try and find a somewhat dense but fluffy brush. This is another, I don't know which one this is. This is another, I think this is a BH. I don't know. It's a brush I've got. So what we're going to do is start in the inner corner, and I guess I don't know. I don't tend to do crease shades so much as I tend to kind of start just right at the crease, but then I blend up and out. And like I said, I don't do a ton of blending, and you'll see that I'm not doing a ton over here because truthfully that's where I start skipping, and this eye is worse. So we're going to see how this looks. I'm scared of this, you guys. I did not get what I was hoping to get or what I thought I might get. See, now here's where we start to get real skippy because as I'm pulling, I'm just creating wrinkles. So I have to kind of come back at that outside edge. I've tried to get you close-ups of this kind of stuff before, but I just take it, I start at the top of the crease and kind of just come above it, I guess, is what I do with my first color. And I very rarely do different types of looks. This is kind of what works with my eyes and my face. So what you're getting from me today is pretty much going to be kind of a standard application for me. Now, I have a couple of really weird burgundies, and one of them, okay, so I got the whole bottom row. So I've got this one and this one. So I'm going to start with this very gently. And this is one of those times where I am going to actually put something in the crease. Normally I don't. Normally I would go in with a different color. This is a Nabla brush. Who knows? I love brush sets. I buy a lot of brush sets. So we're putting this is actually my crease. Oh, and this is not going to be neat. Yeah. We'll go back with the first color and kind of blend that because, jeez. Because I'm a hot mess. Wow. And because of the wrinkling, because of the area of my eyelids, whatever, I do really like smaller brushes, and I do hold them up kind of high because I need the control. So, oh yeah, that looks absolutely horrid. Okay, so we're going to go back with that first brush, nothing else on it, and we're just going to kind of blend that a little bit. And we may end up adding more. I'm kind of going over what I just did, basically, to make it blend. So we may end up adding a little bit more of that first shade, but for right now, that's what we're doing. So it just gave it a little bit more depth. Didn't really do much of anything. And hopefully this is close enough where you guys are seeing. I'm going to take that same brush because I'm probably not going to go, well, okay, we're going to try and get it a little more even. Yeah, see, even with it set, I'm still having blending problems, but that's okay. But we're going to take this same brush and then we're going to go into the darkest shade. And you guys are going to laugh at me because I don't actually blend. There's a whole lot of packing going on here. And then we'll kind of just see where we get with this. So my blend is very, very tight because I don't want this blended. I really just want it on that outer corner. And my wrinkly eyes don't allow for a whole lot of blending there. So it's mostly pack and kind of make sure I've got the area that I want covered. And then go back and just pack more on top to make sure that I'm at least kind of in the same place on both eyes. My eyes aren't exactly the same as far as even just like how it sounds stupid. Nobody's face is perfectly symmetrical. And my eyes do have a little bit of difference. And the skin around them is different. And the elasticity of my skin around my eyes is different. So that means that getting things even is kind of a pain in the butt. So I kind of brought it to that shade, which I didn't bring all the way out. And so that kind of is the blend that I'm going to get. I mean, I just want them to touch and kind of come together. But I want that to be my darkening spot. I was not paying attention to where that cut out, so I have no idea what you haven't seen. Basically, I took the same brush and did the outside, and I just did a lot of packing, and I did it with the darkest color. Now I'm just taking a flat brush, and I'm not wetting this for right now. I'm going to take the fifth color. This is going to be fun to edit because I don't know when you guys lost me. So I'm getting some on the brush, and I'm going to just basically be packing it on the outer edge over that dark color. And yep, there's fallout already. And that's on me, you guys. That's just the way that I'm doing things. So there's not a ton, but I just made a little bit of a mess. And I have my face powdered, so it's not a big deal. But I'm going over that dark shade that I did on that outer edge with the darkest of the shimmers that I have. That actually looks kind of nice together. I'm kind of happy. So we're kind of about halfway in the eye there. Hopefully I'm not repeating myself too much. Then, all right, so now we have a gold and a light shimmer. And my light shimmer is from the purple palette, and it's this one right here. So I'm going to take another flat brush, and this one is just another BH brush. I've got a ton of BH stuff. And I'm going to go in with that very light color. Now this time I'm going to spray. And I actually have a different spray in this bottle, so any setting spray, fixing spray, anything will work. But, okay, that didn't, I don't know if I actually got the brush. Oh, that's really light. Okay, so we're not getting a ton of payout with that. So we're going to end up doing this really heavy. And we're going to go all the way to the inner corner. We're going to have to find somewhere to put that gold, but that's all right. We'll get there. All right. And then I'm going to spray it again to do the other eye. Or I'm going to spray my hand because apparently I have no aim. Oh, Lord. Do you see why I do these things in the bathroom? Because otherwise, I'm a disaster. Well, I'm a disaster anyway. I'm a messy, messy makeup person. So with this even sprayed, so spraying gave me a little more color, but I am not getting a ton of shimmer with this one. This one's the more subtle one. It's not as high of a shimmer, but dang, is it a pretty color. And it works really well with the other colors from the pink palette. I'm impressed with how well these collections go together. Yeah, see there, we're getting a little bit more sparkle. Come on, we need more sparkle. Amy was saying hers aren't going to be twinsies. Mine aren't even going to look like sisters. They're going to look like third cousins, but we got a little bit of shimmer there. So that's pretty decent. And I will try and take pictures in the bathroom too, so I can get you close-ups with all of this. So you can actually see how all of this stuff comes out a little bit better, because I know the coloring is a little weird and everything else is a little weird. I am taking a pencil brush. Now with this, I am going to go into... Okay, this one I'm going to take my one color from this silver palette, and that's this one right here. And it is a definitely deeper color than I would normally do this with, but we're going to inner corner it with this because this is a pretty shimmer. And, oh, okay, we're going to blend that. We're going to pack it in there really good, and then we're going to blend it because that's a little bit more intense than I really want it to be. And I don't usually wrap this under, I have a thing where I'm with my eyes where I'm always like rubbing the corner of my eye, and I tend to rub off anything that's right in here, so I just don't usually put much of anything in there. All right, so we're going to go back to my original color, my hot pink, and we're going to get a little bit more, just a touch, and we're going to kind of blend that in. I mean, and I'm literally just barely tapping into the palette to do this, just to kind of marry it, drag it up, and blend it. And you can see that I'm not going all the way down when I'm doing that. All right. That's Fallout. There we go. So this is where we're at with the shadows. And I actually used all of them. Well, look at me. I'm kind of proud of myself. All right. It's not crazy wild. It's pretty good. I'm going to get this out of my way so I can see, because I can't actually see what I'm doing in the viewfinder when I have the mirror there. So I'm going to sneak out. I'm going to throw on a little bit of eyeliner and mascara and all the fun stuff. And I don't do eyeliner in, I do it underneath. So I'm going to pick some kind of a coordinating color, I guess. And then I will come back and I will finish this out. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, so I decided to keep you close up to do the finish outro, whatever it is that I'm doing here. So this is what it looks like, and I do have better pictures that should be going up for closer up of the eyes. What I decided that I was going to do is I took my Essence, what is this? Extreme Lasting eyeliners. It's a 16-hour one in Black Midnight Sky, and I did a real thin line along those top lashes. And then I added the Urban Decay Eternals liner, and oh goodness, I don't know what color this is. Hold on. It's the blue one. It's in my Project 10 Uses. This is Cosmic Eternal, and I still have my swatches on, so I'm going to give you a swatch of the eyeliners, and just kind of like a black on the top. All right. That is what we have got for today's look. The hair is down. See, this is what it does when it's down. And I fixed the bangs because they were doing all kinds of fun stuff. But that is what we have got for today's collab. I want to thank both Erica and Amy for including me. They always let me jump in if I want to. They are such absolute dolls. So that is, I think, everything to do with the makeup business. But I am going to give you a music moment, and this one is actually kind of for Amy. I have my hair in my mouth. Goodness. All right, so today's music moment is particularly a song but it is a Beatles song, and that, of course, is what's for Amie. The song that I decided that we definitely needed to have for this look and for this collab was With a Little Help from My Friends. Now, I'm not going to give you all kinds of background on the Beatles. I'm sure a lot of you already know a lot of this stuff. So I'm going to talk to you just a touch about this song, and it's going to be short and sweet. This is a song that came off the 1967 Sgt. Pepper album, and it was a song that Lennon and McCartney wrote, but they actually wrote it for Ringo Starr. And it had something to do with the way that they decided the characters because of what the Sgt. Pepper album is, that it's a whole concept thing and it's a storyline. And I don't know if any of you saw the Sgt. Pepper movie with Peter Frampton and the Bee Gees. I have seen it a bajillion times. It was a movie that I loved as a kid. We had it on VHS way back in the day, and I used to watch it constantly. Love the music, and the movie was fun. So basically what happened was it was about mid-March that Lennon and McCartney finished this up. There's a couple of different interviews, and they've said a couple of different things. Obviously, they're both credited as the songwriters, but Lennon had said in an interview that it was kind of a Paul McCartney thing that he added to and helped with. It wasn't necessarily like, okay, we're going to sit down, we're going to write this song together for George. It was like Paul had the idea, John helped, whatever. So I'm not sure exactly what the split is on co-writing, but they were both involved in it. And like I said, it was intentionally done for Ringo. So they ended up finishing the song in mid-March as far as the writing part goes. But then the recording, I believe, if I have this correctly, when did they start recording? They started recording on the 29th of March in 1967, which is kind of cool because the song was released in May. So they finished writing mid-March, recorded at the end of March, and by May, this song is already released. Now, the record itself, I don't know when the full record was released. Well, no, it says that it was a 67 album, so I think the whole thing was released in 67. So this was boom, 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 nice and quick. When they wrote this, they specifically did it with a little bit more narrow range because they wanted it to be Ringo's song. It's something that he has continued to perform basically throughout his career. This is kind of, well, it's his song. They wrote it for him. He sang on it. And it's something that he continued to do even when he was performing like with Ringo's All-Star Band and any kind of thing where he's with a group of people. They always do this song together. There is another song, and I want to say, I'm going to have to look into it, but there are a couple other songs that were written specifically for him. And I want to say there's one that Lennon wrote for him that they did at the Lennon tribute concert. And I can't remember. Okay, Amie may have to chime in down below if she knows the answer to this. I would have to look it up. It's not I'm a Man, because I'm mixing that up with the Yardbird song, I think. But it's something like that. But anyway, I am going to try and find some version of this song that I will be linking down below in the description box. You're going to find Erica's channel. You're going to find Amie's channel. Also linked in that description box, as well as if I can get them in the title, they'll be there too. So make sure that you check them out. Enjoy the song. And most famously, you may also know that this was done and became a huge hit for Joe Cocker, but I am sticking with the original. Yeah, okay, I like the Cocker version of it too, but I do love the original version of it, and I even like the crazy Frampton Bee Gees version of it, because, like I said, childhood. So, all right, that is everything that I have for you today. Thank you so much for giving me some of your time. I truly do appreciate it, and you're going to be seeing this look in a couple of things because I am behind on videos. So I'm going to get this one up as quickly as humanly possible, and then you're going to start seeing a few more things from me. I'm still trying to get back in the swing of things. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate all of you out there, and until next time, see ya. Bye.